everybody? Welcome back to another Six Man Blitz episode. Got my co-host with me, Mr. Ryan Wynn. We're ready to break down some football, some NFL, some NBA, a little bit of that in there. Boston Celtics are looking back, and our teams, man, it's going down. The Packers humbled us, and Lamar Jackson, the guy we're rooting for, he's stinking up the joint still. Jalen Hurts, I don't know if you're a fan of him like that. But my guy, yeah, it's not looking good for bro no more.
It's all bad for Jalen Hurts, man. I don't know what's gotten into him, but I'm sure we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah. But let's start off with our Chicago Bears, man. Losing to the Packers. This is a tough loss. What were your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, at first it took a little while to get comfortable with the loss, only because I really feel like we probably should have won that game. I have no doubt in my mind that if Caleb throws a great pass, not only do we score, I think we go for two, and I
Yeah,
think
we
we
go
win
for
that
two.
game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, all in all, though, man, I mean, this is the Packers. This is in Lambeau, and we didn't get discouraged. Like, we had a terrible first half. We couldn't have played any worse in that first half. We turned it around in the second half. Defense was balling. We turned over Jordan Love, which he doesn't. He's one of the few
No, yeah.
quarterbacks that rarely turns the ball over. So that gave me hope, and I know that we get to see them again here in a couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to this next matchup. I really think we can take them out in the next game.
Oh yeah, Caleb stepped up to the moment. I thought he played pretty well against Jordan Love. I thought the run game got going in the second half. We were gassing they ass, bro. Michael Parsons, they kept showing him. He looked tired on the sideline. The
On the
run game,
sideline,
yeah,
yep.
the run game got going, and it was nasty, and we had a 17 play drive on their ass. Defense though, the Packers looked really good. Jordan
Yeah.
Love played well. So this was a team like, all right, this is a Super Bowl contender. And yeah, the Bears didn't look like outmatched. They didn't get owned in this game. This was a very different Bears Packers game than we're used to seeing. So it was nice to see us step up to the plate and play match to the level of the Packers, especially in the second half. But injuries, Kyler Gordon, no Roma Dunze, that played a big factor in this game, I believe, because DJ Moore, non-factor. Luther Burton, like Coastal Love, those guys stepped up. But I think if we have a little more juice on the offensive side of the ball with, pass catchers, we win this game. Maybe if we have, Kyler Gordon, Tremaine Edmonds in this game, we win this football game. So we're not that far off from them.
Yeah, and one other thing is we have to do a better job of not giving up the explosive plays.
Yeah, that was
Like
too
that's
much.
really what beat us was the explosive plays. It wasn't like Green Bay had a ton of successful long sustained drives. It was like, okay, Bears did their job. It's third and short. Let's get a stop. We'll give up a touchdown. Like we did that multiple
Yeah.
times. So we have to not give up those big explosives, and I think we'll be fine, especially in the next one.
Yeah, we gave up way too much. Like, that touchdown to Christian Watson, like, we couldn't hang with them. I was just seeing number 24, Nick McLeod was out there. I was like, all right, where the fuck Jalen Johnson at? But I guess he's still on the snap count, so there's that. But hopefully if we get healthier, we get Tremaine Edmonds back, we get Kyler Gordon, those guys, Roman Dunze back for the matchup next Sunday, the 20th, then we're gonna beat the boys at Soldier Field.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't wait to see it, man. Like I said, I was disappointed in the loss, but once you actually take a step back and see where we've come within the last year, man, to even be in that game, have a chance to win it, man, you can't really ask for much more as a Bears fan.
Yeah, this is a really good Packers team. This is probably one of their best teams since Rodgers in his prime and shit. Cause yeah, Parsons' defense was elite, bro. This Parsons was back in the backfield a lot.
A
But
lot.
Caleb Williams, you said on the show, Lamar Jackson, he's a great escape artist and all that, but Caleb Williams is the best in the NFL right now at it.
Oh, no question. Right now, like, when is the last time he took a sack? Like, I can't remember the last time I saw him get tackled in the backfield. Like, they should tackle him in the backfield, but he
But yeah,
somehow, some way maneuvers his way out every single time. And I love to see it.
yeah, he's phenomenal back there. The stats, it was a crazy number they said on the broadcast about like every pressure that's coming open, like coming straight towards him, makes him miss every time. Like he hasn't been
Every
sacked
time.
at it's crazy. But how do you feel? Your confidence in this Bears team, your confidence in Caleb, has it changed after this loss, or are you still the same boat?
No, my confidence hasn't changed in the Bears at all. Again, it's not like we went in a Lambeau and got smacked. Like we
Oh,
put
yeah.
up a really good fight and we probably surprised a lot of people on national television. So confidence is still high in Caleb, still high in the Bears. I still think we have a legit shot at still winning this division. I think the Lions, they played the Rams this week. I can't remember who the Packers played, but I don't
The
think it's a
Broncos.
cakewalk.
The Bears, were dropped first to seventh place. But with the Packers playing the Denver Broncos, with the Lions playing the Rams, we could get right back in first place in the NFC North. Not first place in the NFC. I think the ceiling right now probably is second place in the NFC, which still would be great. But yeah, the Bears just gotta push forward. We got a matchup versus our other guy, Shador Sanders. Man, he went off. It's gonna be like the Thanos meme where he's like, "I'm sorry, little one," where he has to kill his daughter. I don't want to do
Yeah,
it to Shador, but we got to.
nah, I'm not looking forward to it. I hope that Shador could play like super well and the Bears just get the win.
Me too. I think he could. Like, I think he could attack our secondary, have some success. But I'm confident that the Bears will beat the Browns because they don't want to win. Like, they don't want to win.
Right, exactly.
So we'll see what happens with that. The Bears got a favorable matchup, so they should be able to take care of business, whereas the Packers and the Lions have to go through hell. Do you still believe in Caleb? Like I was saying, do you still have faith in the guy?
It's a week by week basis, man. We're analyzing these guys on a week to week basis. Caleb, he didn't have his best performance, and honestly, he hasn't had his best performance in a long time. But when it comes down to keeping us in games and going out and winning games, he's been that guy for us all year. We didn't get the win this last week. I think the read was right. A lot of people say he should have went to DJ Moore. I think the pass to the tight end in the end zone was the right play. I just think
Yeah,
he
I do
threw it a
too.
little bit too late. And if he did throw when he threw it, I think he should have got it up a little bit more to the back of the end zone. But um, he'll learn from it. I
Oh,
still
yeah,
got
it's
confidence.
definitely a moment for him to grow. Yeah, the DJ Moore throw, I was thinking that too, but it was like it would have been very hard to do it back shoulder and try to get fit in that spot with those defenders. And that throw would have been open simply because he's throwing it to Cole Kmet. He's
Right.
going that direction. But yeah, I still have faith in Caleb. He showed me enough to be confident that he could bring it in these Bears versus Packers rivalries, the biggest game for the Bears of the season. So I'm confident that he could go out there and knock down the Packers the next time, which is December 20th. What are your thoughts about that game? How you feel about our chances at Soldier Field?
I think we smacked them, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really do because I think the Packers played pretty well against us. Like I won't say that they played bad. We didn't play good, especially in the first half. Like
No,
the
we
run
didn't.
game was good. The pass game was really not there at all the entire game. I think when we come home to Soldier Field and the Bears fans are there, they're loud, they're cheering. It's cold outside. I think we'll go out there and get a dub by 2 possessions. I think,
Oh, yeah.
honestly.
I could see that too. Like, just come out there and just make a statement game. And it's going to be tough for the Packers. Like, they had a physical game against, the Bears. Then they got to go to Denver. That's going to be a tough physical game. That defense is going to push them to their limit. And then you got to go back to Chicago against the Bears for another physical game. So that's going to take a toll on them. And I think they perform lesser than what they usually play. So, yeah, I got the Bears winning that football game.
That got flexed in a Sunday night football too, right?
It's Saturday night, actually, which is
Oh,
crazy.
Saturday night. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Ain't nothing
Uh,
wrong with no football on Saturday.
ain't nothing wrong with that at all. But let's switch over to the NFL. What were your biggest takeaways from Week 14?
I just got one big takeaway for you, man, and Shador Sanders is the best quarterback of his class.
Okay.
Over Dart, over Cam Ward. I mean, this is a guy who's had what 3 starts as a quarterback. Got no first team reps all season until 3 weeks ago, maybe actually 2 weeks ago. And what did he throw for 340, 350, three
I
touchdowns,
think
ran for a
364. Yeah,
touchdowns? The Browns have not looked this good on offense in a couple years, to be honest.
since Baker.
Since Baker, exactly. Even when Deshaun was healthy and playing, the Browns offense did not look this good. A lot of people might say, "Man, it was versus the Titans," but I don't want to hear that, man. It's a rookie quarterback. He went out there and he dominated. I'm a little disappointed in the fact that he again was taken off the field. It seems like every time they get the ball within 2, 3, they take him off the field and do some damn wildcat every single time. at least keep him on the field and let him, if you're going to hand the ball off, at least allow him to hand it off because when you
Yeah.
have a running back lined up as quarterback, 99.9% of the times we know that you're running the ball, you're not going to
Oh,
pass
yeah.
it. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
I know that, the defense definitely knows it.
Yeah, that trickery was some bullshit, bro. I don't even know how you could like, muster up that thought. And just Quinshon Judkins, I don't know what the fuck he was doing with that, but I don't think he knew what he was doing with that either. It was a poor design from the get go. But I think yeah, Shador could be an elite guy. I think he could be exactly what Cleveland needs him to be. And Harold Fenton Jr. The team responds well to him. I'm kind of down that they didn't get the victory. Cam Ward got the victory instead. But yeah, Shador Sanders put on a clinic, explosive plays, pushing the ball down the field, 73-yard touchdown, like to Jerry Judy, Harold Fenton Jr. Like he was on the money in this game, lights out. This was a Shador performance, and this game showed you, like, all right, Shador should have been started. He was the guy we expected him to be coming out of the draft, the second best quarterback in this draft class, maybe the first, like you were saying. So yeah, this was a very vindicating game for Shador, and it's nice to see him play like this. Excited for the future for the Browns, but I don't think Kevin Stefanski could be the head coach moving forward. He's got to be let go.
Sabotaging Shador and doesn't want to see him succeed. I won't say that
Yeah,
simply because at the end of the day, this guy he doesn't want to lose his job. Like he has to get a paycheck. He wants to keep his job and he has to do
right.
whatever he thinks is necessary to win. Now, whether that is him not believing in Shador because he doesn't think he'll help him win, that's a whole nother story. But I won't say that he's actually like out there like purposely trying to sabotage Shador.
Mhm. Now, another takeaway I had, Jaden Daniels, he had an amazing rookie season, NFC Championship game, and now this year he's been hurt multiple times this year. The elbow injury was disgusting. Then he got hurt again throwing an interception. So just this turnaround from having just a huge high to start his career, then it's just going down for him. I mean, like, what are your thoughts on Jaden Daniels and his position in his quarterback class?
Yeah, man, it sucks to see like all the injuries, but I'll be transparent with you. And all the games that he's been injured, they weren't winning any of those games. I believe the first time he got injured was versus the Packers. They were getting blasted already. The game was over. They were arguing, saying he probably shouldn't have been in the game. I don't know who he got hurt against with the elbow injury, but I think that game was over as well. And then of course the game versus Minnesota. I mean, you're losing to 9.
Yeah.
Um,
And he nine
that's
looked good.
that's that's embarrassing. He has the biggest sports meme of all time right now.
Yeah.
Him and Michael Jordan crying are the two biggest memes in my opinion. But I, man, it sucks to see him go from like the highest to the lowest. We all had the biggest expectations for him in year 2. We thought he was the best quarterback in the class, and now it looks like he might not be top 3, 4, maybe even 5 at this moment in time. So hopefully he could pick it up at start next year because he'll probably be shut down for the rest of this year if I had to guess.
His ass is probably with Michael Penix Jr. now.
I would agree.
It's tough because yeah, Bo Nix is taking that step. Bo Nix has played well this year. His team is at the top of the conference. Drake May, I think, is the best quarterback in this quarterback class. And then Caleb Williams, his team is in great position this year. They've taken the next step. So yeah, those top three, he's falling behind the totem pole right now, unfortunately.
I think 9 got more wins than the Commanders this year too.
Yeah, 9 is crazy. Hey, I haven't seen Caleb with in the 9 meme. I was like, ah, fuck. I'm hoping Jaden Daniels could come back and have a good year 3, because football is good when you got guys like him playing at a high level. And it's just been a down year for black quarterbacks, man. Damn, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels. We can't catch a break.
Hey, we got Jordan Love, man. Jordan Love been hooping, and I want to claim Matt Stafford too. I think he mixed. He look a little light skinned.
We'll let it slide. We'll let it pass.
He can come to the barbecue.
Oh yeah. Um, but then my next takeaway, Joe Burrow, is he potentially overrated? 4 times out of last 6 seasons, he's missed the playoffs. What are your thoughts on that?
This year, obviously, it was injuries. And the previous few years, I would blame it on the coaching staff. The defense has been
Chiefs,
horrendous.
yeah.
I'd argue that he was still like damn near the games that he played, he was an MVP candidate. It's just his defense was bad. This guy was putting up 34, 37 points and losing those games like consistently.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say he's overrated. This past weekend, it was in a blizzard as well. So I think that does play a factor in your performance, of course. He had a couple, turnovers and whatnot, but I wouldn't go out and say he's overrated. I think he's rated okay.
Yeah, you think he'll get back, with the level of Mahomes and Lamar and those guys? Will he be back to being a top five quarterback, or has he fallen out of the top five?
I mean, obviously this year he's probably not a top five quarterback, and neither is the big four that we've talked about. Maybe
Yeah.
Josh Allen, but no one else. I think he'll be back. Obviously not this year, but next year when the season is fresh, and I'm sure they'll get rid of their coach, get a new coach on both sides of the ball. I think that he'll be back in that discussion. I don't see a scenario where someone's better than him, with the exception of like Mahomes, Stafford, Allen. Everybody else is pretty much debatable, including Lamar Jackson at this moment in time.
Who are your biggest winners for Week 14? Biggest winners and losers. Who you got?
The two winners is Puka Nakua and Jameer Gibbs. They both went out there and dominated. I believe both of them had around 37-ish points.
Damn.
Um, Gibbs has been a monster pretty much all season, and I cannot imagine what Gibbs would be like if he was like the lead and only lead back, like a
Hmm.
John Taylor role, a Christian McCaffrey role. If Gibbs ever had that type of role, I cannot imagine what his fantasy projection would look like. A lot of people would say, well, he might get hurt or something of that nature. Man, I don't care. I would love to see him be the lead and only lead back in
Yeah.
that backfield. He's putting up 37, 40, 50 points with sharing the backfield with Montgomery. And then Puka, man, Puka's Puka. He's been that since he stepped foot in the league, um, killing it. Versus, I believe they played the Cardinals. They pretty much dominated them from start to finish in that game.
Who did you have in fantasy then? Out of these guys that you're naming, who did you have in fantasy that helped you carry yourself to Week 14, to a dub,
Oh,
head into the playoffs?
Puka for sure. So I have both of those guys in my leagues.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the two leagues I have Gibbs in, I didn't make the playoffs in those leagues.
Damn.
But the league that I have Puka in, the league we're in, I think I'm the 1 seed, maybe 2 seed in that league, and I do have Puka. I lost Neighbors early on, and
Damn.
Puka's just been carrying the torch for me without Neighbors.
Now I had Lamar Jackson. I think I started Dak Prescott this week. Lamar Jackson having a poor performance was, kind of diminishing. Jalen Hurts, I think he had lost 4 points on one single play through an
Yes,
interception. Then he went
yes.
to get the fumble and then he fumbled it. That's just crazy, bro.
He was minus 10 points this weekend.
Yeah,
He
it's
had
just a,
4 picks and a fumble. That's minus 10.
just a terrible performance by him. And if anybody's starting DJ Moore still in Week 14, you're cooked. He had negative 4 receiving yards this week. Three targets.
That's ridiculous. Sorry, DJ Moore.
Devontae Smith
Um,
too, I think, was a big loser.
I had two losers, man, and it's the tight ends, man. Our GOAT tight ends. It's crazy because they just paid Mark Andrews this contract extension, what made me believe that okay, he's gonna be the lead tight end. They'll let
Yeah.
Likely go somewhere else, and Andrews still can't get no love. So I thought that Likely would have been their future. Andrews has struggled with some drops, some fumbles. He looks like he's on his downward trending, and he's still in his 20s, I believe. But yeah, that's shocking me as well.
Yeah, so fantasy football, how you feeling headed into the playoffs for the one leagues you're in the playoffs for?
Yeah, I'm in the playoffs for 3 leagues. I feel really confident in winning one of the three. However, John Taylor, I have him in two of those three teams, and I really fear for John Taylor's numbers heading into the playoffs,
No
simply
Daniel
because with no
Jones, yeah.
Daniel Jones, even though A. Rich, it looks like they're working out like Philip Rivers to come in and maybe be their starting quarterback. Oh my gosh, John Taylor would be lucky to rush for 40 yards.
Any of the weapons for the Colts, you're not feeling confident. Tyler Warren has already been regressing, and then you see Michael Pittman, any of the top, Alec Pierce. With Philip Rivers coming in, I don't think you should feel confident in having any of those weapons come playoff time. Another guy, a big loser for fantasy football, Emeka Ibuka, bro. What has been up with him? He's kind of fell
I don't
off.
know what happened. Did you see the touchdown pass he dropped?
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, he just dropped a touchdown pass. It sucks that the drop off happened now. I have BTJ on my bench, Brian Thomas.
I don't
Um,
think you could ever trust, bro.
so I'm saying, like, do I start Brian Thomas or do I start Emeka? Because it's like neither one of them have been good lately, but I think Brian Thomas has been a little bit better over Emeka. I'll look at the matchups and see what they're playing and
Right.
figure it out.
That's one thing to consider. That's it's a battle between two evils. uh, but moving to the week 14, biggest like winners and losers, like in terms of teams and stuff. What do you think? And I think the Panthers, bro, they didn't play a game, but I feel like they're a huge winner because they're in position now to take over this division. The Bucks have lost what 5 of the last 7 games. The Panthers are coming off a huge win against the Rams and a bye week. So, what are your thoughts on the Panthers?
Yeah, I think the Panthers are a huge winner. I actually have them. One of my bold predictions of this week is the
Okay.
Panthers actually winning, the Bucks losing, and the Panthers taking over that division. I mean, I don't see why they can't go in this week and take number one in the NFC South.
Yeah, this is a team that is in great position. You couldn't figure out who to start, Rico Dotto or Chuba Hubbard and stuff. I think that's a committee, a running back by committee that continues. Both guys being productive. Should be interesting to see how this run game continues to flourish. But Bryce Young, and the moments you need him to show up, he has.
The Vikings fans, you guys are winners this week, simply
That's
because
9.
you all got to get a good night's sleep because it's been brutal for you guys as Vikings
Yeah.
fans. You guys go from 14 win season playoffs to 9 as your quarterback, laughing stock of the league. And you all finally, shout out to my dog Brindley, you all finally get to rest. So congratulations to you guys. You guys are big winners this week.
Oh yeah. And it was a good performance by 9, 3 passing touchdowns. He showed up. The defense played lights out. So yeah, the Vikings definitely are a big winner. I think the Rams having the game they did, blowing out the Cardinals 45-17. Matthew Stafford 3 passing touchdowns, efficient as fuck. Puka Nakua went off. Blake
Yes.
Corum had 128 yards rushing off 12 carries. Kyron Williams, like this was a great performance by the Rams.
Corum has been, dude, he's been like creeping into like getting more and more touches every
Yeah,
week, and
he's been great.
he's making the best of them. He's making the best of them. I'm really excited and happy to see his production. I know the guys who got Kyron Williams like hate to see this guy going out and getting touchdowns, but man, how do you not give this guy the ball every time he touches? He makes something happen.
He's a monster, bro. And it's nice to see
Yeah,
him finally get to this point with the Rams. But yeah, this is a team that's even more dangerous now. Devontae Adams, every time he's in the red zone, he's gonna catch a touchdown. They have no holes on this team. The Panthers loss, if anything, helped them get to where they need to be. So I think they win that division, and I think they're on the right track to be the favorites out the NFC. Another winner, the Steelers, man. They went in there, beat the Baltimore Ravens. Now, Isaiah Likely, I think that was a touchdown. They kind of did get hold on that, but the Steelers team is, getting wins. You can't really count them out with Aaron Rodgers, 42 years old, still playing at a high level, and Mike Tomlin. So,
maybe that's why they didn't sign Likely to an extension because it's always him.
yeah,
Somehow, some way, it's always Likely. Last year, it was his big toes out of bounds. Earlier this year, he was supposed to score a touchdown. The ball got hit out, and it wound up being a touchback. And then this happens. So it's just too many mental errors on his part.
100%. So, yeah, the Ravens, it's not looking good for them. They're in a poor spot. Uh, the Jags, I think that's a team that's a winner. The performance
Yes.
they put up, they look really good against the Colts, even though Daniel Jones went down. But the offense looked good. Liam Cohen has Trevor Lawrence playing at a high level. So this is a team that I think is going to get in the playoffs.
And then lastly, man, you can't help but mention your Texans, man. They are,
Yeah,
in my opinion, right now, I would have them as favorites to go to the Super Bowl at the AFC, honestly, even over the Patriots or the Bills.
because that
Their
defense,
their
bro.
defense, they're basically D'Amico Ryan says this. He says, "Hey, if our offense could go score 14 or 17 points, we're gonna win the game."
Crazy to think, yeah, but that's exactly how they
And that's
play.
it.
And their defense is getting them field possession. You see, getting interception. Travis Kelsey, dropping the ball, turn into an interception. You go down the field. Dare Ugalele, whatever his name is, scores a touchdown. So yeah, the Texans. This is good. This is a great football team. I think they're the scariest team in the AFC. For losers, I think the Eagles, big loser, losing another straight game. Jalen Hurts, 4 interceptions, 5 total turnovers, most turnovers he's had all season in one game. So I don't know. This team is just really shaky.
Yeah, I kind of felt bad watching Jalen Hurts last
Yeah,
night,
me
man.
too.
It was brutal. I think he threw more interceptions yesterday than he did all season, like
Yeah.
combined. Okay. 5 turnovers, Jalen Hurts is that's brutal. And I would say maybe only one of them really wasn't his fault, but the other 3 were his fault.
Bad
I mean, he
decisions,
just threw it
yeah.
right to the other team. Yeah, the one bounced off AJ Brown's hands. It wasn't a perfect pass, but um, I still think AJ should have caught it, but he didn't. But yeah, the Eagles are big losers. I don't see them as Super Bowl contenders. I would argue that the Cowboys are big ones this week as well
Yeah,
because
this is
the
a
Eagles
loss that they
lost.
needed. Yeah, they have a shot to get in the playoffs for real. So yeah, add them to the winner. But yeah, this Eagles team's trending in the wrong direction. Like this is a Super Bowl hangover kind of year, but it makes you question like how good is Jalen Hurts really at the quarterback position? Is he a top 10 quarterback? Really? He
No,
hasn't played
in
like it.
my opinion, he's not. He's not, and I don't think that we as analysts can look at what he's done in the past and say that yesterday was acceptable and the week before
No, it
that was
wasn't.
acceptable and the week before that was acceptable because it's not. You can't be a top 10 quarterback playing the way Jalen Hurts has been playing. And you could blame everybody you want. You could blame the receivers not getting open. You could blame the O
OC,
line
yeah,
not blocking. You can blame the offensive coordinator. But at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is the one that has the ball in his hands.
5 turnovers. That's got to be on him. He was a little clutch in overtime. I was rooting for him. I thought he was gonna, turn things around, get a touchdown, but nah. It ended exactly how the game played out. Tough loss. Tough loss.
Tough loss for sure.
I think the Colts are probably one of the biggest losers, losing Daniel Jones, the playoff season being done, and you trade 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, and now you have Daniel Jones recovering from a torn Achilles. Going to be a long road to recovery, and this team, I mean, you're looking for Phillip Rivers to give you some kind of hope this year, and you don't have any first-round draft picks until 2027, so this is a huge swing for the fences, and unfortunately, it didn't pan out.
This is one of the this is one of the biggest swings I have seen in a long time where we have a team that we consider maybe Super Bowl favorites with their high-powered offense and the defense holding teams to low-scoring games, and then now it has been a complete 180 where they cannot score points. They lost their quarterback. They
Yeah.
lost their best defensive back. It is not looking good for the Colts. I mean, they lost their first, second, and third string quarterbacks.
Yeah, and it's tough because, this division getting better when they're, suffering the most.
Yes,
Wrong time to
it's over
have
for
all
them.
these injuries. Yeah, I don't think they're making the playoffs. I was right about that take. It's not how I wanted to be
You were
right
right
though.
about that take.
I didn't even wanted to be right about this one, in this way.
No, get your lick back. They be talking crazy to you. Get your lick back. Stand on it. Stand on it.
Imma go reply to some hate comments low key after this. Um, top 10 teams in the NFL, who you got?
Team one is the Patriots.
Okay.
Would have to give it to them. I know they're coming off a bye week, but Patriots, then we'll go Rams at 2. So my top 2 teams don't change. Broncos at 3, which I believe I had them at 4 last week.
Yeah.
Moved them up due to the Bears loss. Seahawks at 4. Seahawks are climbing. They look good. Again, the only defense I would say is in the ballpark with Houston is Seahawks. Um, the Packers. The Packers are top 5 in my opinion now.
Yeah,
Taking
they look good.
they got some really good wins. They do got some bad losses too this year, but they got some really good wins. Texans at 6.
Ooh,
I know they're not number 1 in their division, but they're on a good winning streak. They beat some dominant, really good teams in their style of football, so I respect them at 6. They got the Bears down to 7 now.
still top 10 team, I
Um,
like it.
still top 10 team, man. I don't you can't I mean, what did they win? 8 games in a row or 9 of 10 or something like that? They
Yeah,
lost one game to a top 5 team. We can't push them down too far because of that.
by 1
I
play
got
too.
the yeah, yeah. I got the Bills at 8.
Okay.
Josh Allen went and got a good win versus the Bengals. And then at 9, I got the Jags. Got to give them some respect at the top of their division. I think they belong. And then 10, I got the 49ers. And then I got honorable mention Lions and Chargers in my honorable mention. I, Justin Herbert hand it scares me.
It does.
He had some bad turnovers yesterday, and I think it was because of the hand as well. He can't really hold on to the football with that hand. So I think and that matters as well as their O line is pretty beat up.
I like the list this week. I think it's really strong. I'd probably argue the Rams being at number 1. When I cultivate my list, I'll probably put them at 1. But I still would have the Panthers in the top 10 at 10 probably, and wiggle around, probably take the Jags down, put the 49ers at 9. But I like this week's list. Strong list. Great list of contenders, and yeah, the top 5 teams. I think those are the teams you're looking at to win the Super Bowl this year.
Absolutely.
The Bears are right
I agree.
below it too. um, this will be a very weird season. Now, if the Eagles keep losing like they are, then you're gonna see, them drop off. But the Ravens, Chiefs, like we're gonna see some great teams out of the playoffs this year. Like, what are your thoughts on this? It's gonna feel weird.
Yeah, this is a different era of football, man. I mean, outside of the Rams with Matt Stafford, I mean, all these quarterbacks in the top 10 are young guys. You take a look at it. You got Drake May, you got Bo Nix, you got Darnold, who's he's middle age, I would say, for football. Jordan Love's a young guy, Stroud's a young guy, Caleb's young, Josh Allen's still young, Trevor Lawrence. Uh, all these guys are young. Brock Purdy. So I think it's just a new era right now coming in of the young guys taking over, the hungry guys.
Yeah,
It is a little sad to see some of our heroes in Mahomes, Lamar, Jalen Hurts maybe not make the playoffs this year.
crazy.
Um, yeah, it's starting to feel different. It's starting to settle in now. No one's been ruled out or eliminated quite yet, but it's very, very unlikely they'd all have to win out and get a lot of help from other teams.
And it's like the benefit of the doubt is no longer there for some of these teams. Like, all right,
Exactly.
I don't think we can trust that they're gonna get things right if you are losing. Games that you win. The Ravens, like, all right, come on. I know you got rigged. The game was so, but like, what about the last week? What about, you see Travis Kelsey dropping key passes consistently that turn into interceptions. You see Patrick Mahomes. I saw a stat that said the 2 quarterbacks that were in the Super Bowl last year had 0 passing touchdowns this week and 7 interceptions total. It's crazy. So yeah,
Yeah,
our goats are not
a
looking
lot
good,
of
man.
no, and a lot. It ain't just Travis Kelsey either. Like Rice dropped a pivotal fourth down
Yeah.
pass. Mahomes, he was Mahomes magic on that play. Did everything he could to keep that play alive and found Rice, and he dropped it. I think Kelsey dropped like 2 or 3 passes. Like, dude, in the
Yeah.
fourth quarter, they dropped like 5 passes. It was just unbelievable what the Chiefs were doing.
Now, with the Chiefs not making the playoffs potentially, does this affect Mahomes and Andy Reid's legacy?
3 Super Bowl MVPs. He's been
Yeah,
there 4 times.
I think he's been there 5.
Okay, yeah, no, that doesn't affect his legacy at all. Him not making the playoffs one time.
People are gonna be like Tom Brady. He always was in the playoffs, like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, if we're comparing him to the GOAT and Tom Brady, m maybe, but if we're just talking about Mahomes and his own individual legacy, no, this doesn't affect his legacy at all. I mean, since he's been a starter, he's won that division every single year.
Yeah,
He's
true.
been to the Super Bowl 5 times. He's won it 3 times. I think we gotta give him some grace and allow him to. I don't think Tom Brady won his division every single year that he was a starter. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
has ever done that. So,
That sounds crazy. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So he's been in the game for a long time. He's been dominant a long time. I think one off year is not going to affect his legacy in a negative way.
Yeah, it's tough. You still believe in the dynasty, or is this just a down year, or is this the dynasty kind of over?
I think the dynasty has been over, honestly, but I just think Mahomes is the only one that's like keeping it afloat. Obviously, Travis Kelsey has taken a long step back, like a
Yeah.
long time ago. Like he has not been Travis Kelsey in a few years, maybe 2 or 3 years since he's been Travis Kelsey. Tariq Hill, when he left, I think that kind of put a dent in everything. I think they have to look in the mirror and get some stuff done on the offensive side of the ball. Like they have to get a running back.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can have a dynasty without a good running back. Like they just don't
Yeah.
have that. Mahomes has been their best running back all year. So
59
whenever
yards. He
they,
led them in rushing yards
yeah,
yesterday or Monday.
whenever they answer that bell, I think they'll be back. So yes, the dynasty is over, but Mahomes is not over.
Okay.
I'll put it that way.
That's a good answer. Um, what do you think about these 3 teams, the Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs? Like, which of these 3 teams are you confident that will get into the playoffs and have a shot at the Super Bowl? Most confident.
Huh. I would say most confident. I would say the Eagles simply because they're still the only team that's in the playoffs. Um, like like the Eagles, they're top of their division. Like they are in the playoffs right now. However, I think that the Ravens have the best shot of winning a playoff game, if that's what you're
They
asking.
get in, yeah.
If they could get in, if they get in, I think the Ravens have the best chance of getting to the Super Bowl if they get in. I don't think
AFC's
the Eagles
lesser,
have a
yeah.
chance at all. I don't think the Eagles have a chance at all. I
Yeah,
don't.
it's gonna be tough because I don't think they're beating any of the NFC North teams come playoff time. I don't think they're beating the Rams if they have to match up with the Seahawks. I think could do some dangerous things to them unless they get matched up with Carolina, which they're not in the seedings for that. They're probably gonna face Seattle the first playoff
Right.
game if they're because they're the lesser. They'll be one of the lesser. Well, no, Carolina. Carolina will probably play Seattle. They'll probably play like Green Bay or us. And we saw how that went if we don't win the NFC North. So it's gonna be tough sledding for the Eagles. Do you think Jalen Hurts and Lamar though could snap out of it though, out of their play and get back to playing elite? It's been scary for Lamar. Like it's like the Monstars took his talent, bro.
I think Lamar can snap out of it. I don't think Jalen Hurts can snap out of it. And I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is going to go out there and throw 4 interceptions every week,
Yeah.
but the offense has looked this way all season. All
Yeah.
season. We have not seen any evidence of Jalen Hurts being able to snap out of it this year. Whereas with Lamar, before he got hurt, he was playing dominant. Like we saw
Right.
Lamar be dominant this year. We saw it. We have not seen Jalen Hurts be dominant this year. So I'd argue that Lamar has a better chance of snapping out of it over Jalen Hurts for that reason.
Yeah, I agree. And I need Lamar to get back. I need him to get back in this. Yeah, his team has a good shot to still get in the playoffs. They obviously have to beat the Steelers. They obviously have to win these last stretch of games, but it's going to take Lamar getting out of his funk, going to take him playing well and this defense playing better as well too. So we'll see what happens. But let's look forward to the next week of the NFL. Huff's games of the week. Let's break down some of the best games in this next upcoming slate. Chargers versus Chiefs. Who you got?
I'm done with the Chiefs, man. I've picked them the last 3 losses. I'm done with the Chiefs. Give me the Chargers 24-20.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, Amari and Hampton looked pretty good in his return. Justin Herbert, this offense for the Chargers still had success. They were good enough. This defense for the Chargers has been the story. They've been really good this year. They made the game-winning play in overtime, and they limited the Eagles' offense. So I think this will be another good performance by the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh has his team playing at a high level, and you look at the Week 1 performance between Chargers and Chiefs. That was what really started the downfall of the Chiefs. Them coming out in that game and not playing to the expectations. We'll see a game similar to that. Herbert is good enough to win this game. It's a close one, though.
I agree.
I don't know what the score, maybe 21-14 for this one.
Okay. No
Ba-
offense for the Chiefs, huh?
yeah, no offense for the Chiefs. It's another down one. Another week of motherfuckers saying, Dynasty's over. Dynasty's over. Bears versus Browns. Who you got in this one? How do you think Shador plays?
I think Shador tears us up, man. I don't see any reason why he doesn't. Yeah, perfect time. And I think Shador goes out and I think he balls out. But I don't think it'll be enough to get a win. The Browns have one of the best defenses in the league. I give them top 5 defense, but last week they allowed the Titans to beat up on them. So I think that as a coaching staff, we'll go and watch that film and see what they did well, and we'll probably try to mimic that. Give me the Bears in this one, 27-24.
I think it'll be a high scoring game too. So like 28, probably 21, 28-21. Shador has a couple passing touchdowns. Myles Garrett, I'm nervous for that matchup. I don't want him to break the fucking sack record. It's going to be tough. Him against Trapillo. I mean, the Bears have held their own. Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett's a different breed though. I don't know how
Yeah.
Caleb will be able to escape him and stuff, how menacing that bro is. So I think Myles Garrett probably has at least 2 to 3 sacks in this one. But the Bears still put together a good enough performance. I think this is a game. Hopefully, Caleb, nuts up and throws 300 passing yards and has a good performance. We'll see. But either way, the run game or the passing game showing up, I think the Bears have enough juice to win this game. So 28-21.
Let's get it. Bear down.
Ravens versus Bengals. Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, the two unks. Who you got? two
I'm gonna
motherfuckers
take the
falling off.
Ravens.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think at this point the Bengals know they're not making the playoffs with the loss versus the Bills. They had to win all the games. They'll probably try to dial back and get a better draft pick, get on the NBA stuff, man. That's what NBA teams do. So, give me the Ravens 28-24, man. Lamar bounces back.
Yeah, I think Lamar puts up. I don't think he dominates, but I think he plays good enough to win this football game. So yeah, like a 27-17 28-17 type of game. The defense for the Ravens steps up, and Derrick Henry has another 100-yard rushing performance. But yeah, this Ravens team, they just need a win. Just get a win. Worry about the rest later. Let's, just get in the right momentum. Let's get, back in the groove of trying to take this division back. So this is a huge week for them. If they lose, then they're done. I give up hope on this team. But yeah, 27-17. That's what I think for the Ravens. I think they get the victory. Bills versus Pats. Josh Allen, the revenge game?
Nah, I mean, I think he'll ball out, but I think the Patriots got this division pretty much locked up. They know what to do to get the job done. They're young, they're energized, they're hungry. I think they know what it takes to win at this point. They remind me of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
They give me those type of vibes. Young team, energized, know how to win. They got it all.
Great
Give me
coach.
Patriots 31-28.
31-28. I like that. I think Josh Allen's going to put up a great performance. But yeah, Drake May is going to take care of the football, throw some nice dots. He took down Josh Allen already. This one's, I think, is at New England.
Yep, it's in New England.
So yeah, New England's gonna win this football game. Very close game, 28-24. Drake May plays better than Josh Allen in this one. Really like the Patriots defense. They're underrated. Big Stephon Diggs game. He balled the fuck out against them last time. So I think he'll have 100 yards receiving in this one. And yeah, Drake May, 3 passing touchdowns, efficient as fuck numbers. Give me the Patriots. Packers versus Broncos. Who you got in this one?
Low scoring game.
Yeah,
I
they've
believe
all
this
been
one's
low
in
scoring. Yeah.
Denver.
Yeah.
This one's in Denver. I think that home field advantage is real in Denver. Give me the Broncos in a low scoring shootout. 21-17 Broncos.
I think this is going to be real low scoring, 17-14. Give me the Packers. I think they escape. They get the
Ooh.
this is a like a this is a
Ooh.
game that kind of reveals the Broncos like, all right, you can't hang around with these bad football teams. Once you play a good football team, yeah. I think the Broncos defense is elite. They'll limit the Packers production, but I think Jordan Love will make more plays than Bo Nix and they'll win this game, but this game's going to take a toll on them for the following week against the Chicago Bears. So, I think the Packers win this football game. Uh Jordan Love, I trust him more down the stretch than Bo Nix. Obviously, Bo Nix has had some good fourth quarter performances, but I think Micah Parsons, the Packers defense, matches the intensity of the Broncos defense. So give me the Packers. Lions versus Rams.
I think the Rams get the job done, and I think they do it not easily, but easily. I think the Rams go in and they win the game 34-24 by
Okay.
10.
Yeah, I think the Rams put up a lot of points, especially on this defense. With the Lions, they've played well, but they don't have a lot of manpower up front. So I still like the Rams to win this football game. I think they have the firepower. They have a good enough defense to limit Jared Goff in this offense. So give me the Rams. 30-24. The high scoring game, but yeah, Rams have the firepower. You mentioned one bold prediction already. What is any other ones you have for week 16? Upset prediction of the week.
And I'll just tell you that I think Matt Stafford, has one of his better games of the season versus the Lions. I mean, I think he'll throw
Former
well
team.
over 300 this week. Yeah, I think he'll give him 340 to 360, somewhere between there with
Damn,
three
yeah.
touchdowns. Yeah, I think he dominates the Lions in old school Matt Stafford fashion. I really do.
Now, Shador Sanders throws for 250. 2 passing touchdowns, but 2 interceptions. I think this is a good Shador Sanders
Mm.
game, but he throws 2 interceptions. Dennis Allen schemes up a good blitz, and he gives the Browns an opportunity to beat the Bears. He plays well, but not well enough. Caleb Williams outplays him, and Caleb Williams has the 300-yard passing performance, 3 passing touchdowns. Luther Bird and Colston Loveland, the young guys, have a great game, and the Bears dominate on the ground once again. So this is a good offensive performance from the Bears, I think. This is a game. I think the Packers game was kind of needed for us to reset things. So I think the Bears bounce back in a big way with the great offensive performance.
Yeah, man. I think I love Shador a little bit too much to say he's going to throw 2 interceptions to my Bears. I hope he doesn't. Like I said, I want the Bears to win. I really do, but I do want Shador to succeed. So hopefully he don't throw us 2 picks, maybe one.
Yeah, two
Don't
picks.
give us two, Shador, please. Don't give us two.
uh, for my upset prediction, let me look at the game schedule.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Titans, 49ers.
Raiders over the Eagles, man. Call it.
Raiders over that would That would cause great concern. That there might be some hate crimes in Philadelphia if that shit happens. They might lose their mind, bro. Trying to see what a good upset would be. All right. Titans over 49ers. Cam Ward continues building momentum. He has another good performance and he takes down the 49ers.
I don't see why he can't. But I think that 49ers defense is super dominant.
Yeah.
Even with the injuries, they've still been playing pretty well. Salah's been calling a hell of a scheme, but we'll see what happens, man.
Their interim head coach, Mike McCoy, has done a great job with the Titans. This team has looked different. This team has juice. Cam Ward has played really well as of late. So I think he put together a great performance 200 some yards passing, two passing touchdowns. And yeah, he leads the Titans to another victory. That would be huge for them. That's my upside prediction. Fantasy baller of the week. I would say,
I can go first while you look it up.
yeah, go ahead.
I did have Matt Stafford as one of mine, but I already said that he would, ball out this week. Matt, I really think the Falcons upset the Bucks this week.
Okay.
So give me Bijan having a bounce back week, man. He's been up and down this season. He was projected to be like a top two guy in all of fantasy. He's been kind of a disappointment in that stature there, but I think Bijan bounces back and has a hell of a game versus the Falcons to lead them to victory this week.
Okay. So Falcons upset over the Bucks. They would really be cooked then. Todd Bowles might get his
Yeah,
ass fired at the end of the season.
yeah, they would be good.
But my fantasy baller of the week, Bryce Young, give me a great Bryce Young performance against the Saints. I think he throws for three passing touchdowns, 300 yards. Him and T Mac, that connection continues, going at a high level. So I think the Panthers get a huge win over the Saints and take over control of the NFC South division with the great performance by their quarterback. And they're going to extend him right after this game. If he plays to that level, they're just going to sign the contract, get it done, have him for the next couple years. So Bryce Young, the Panthers, trending in the right direction. They'll be in the playoffs. When's the last time we've seen the Panthers in the playoffs? Cam Newton days? It's been a minute.
10 years ago, probably.
So I'm excited for that and Bryce Young, how he's been playing. But let's switch over to the NBA now. Boston Celtics, third in the East right now, 15-9. Does this team have some juice? Can this team make some noise this year?
I don't think they can make noise. I think they'll be a playoff contending team, yeah, but I don't think they win a playoff series. Maybe they win one, maybe they don't, but I just don't think they have enough right now. Jalen Brown's playing out of his mind. Derek White's playing out of his mind, but just the talent that's in the NBA, I just don't think that Jalen Brown and Derek White is the duo that's going to get you to a championship.
Yeah. It's tough. Derek White, Simons, they're probably going to trade Simons. I mean, I've seen some interesting trade ideas for the Celtics. Nicholas Claxton, you make a move for him, get a big man in there because their rotation is kind of crazy looking if you look at
It's wild.
it.
It's wild.
They got a motherfucker with the alopecia.
He starts too.
He's low key cold though.
That's Walsh. Walsh be hooping.
A band full of misfits. But Jalen Brown, he's shown that he could, step up to the plate with, his team. Jason Tatum, I think he's on the right track for recovery. So who knows if he could come back towards the end of the season, maybe playoffs, if they could get into the play-in. I don't think they keep this level of play. I don't think they stay at the third spot in the East. But I think this is a team, you got, the number one seed, the Knicks, or whoever gets the first seed, Pistons. It's going to be a tough matchup against Boston if it comes down to it, if they get healthier. But I like where they're
Yeah,
at.
it would be a tough matchup. I mean, they look really good, especially for the expectations that they had. I don't think they had a ton of expectations this year.
I don't think so
So the
either.
fact that they are like a top five, top four team in the East currently today, especially with the bad start that they had,
Hmm.
I'm happy for them. I mean, they look fantastic. I just think when it comes down to playoff basketball, they need another guy.
Yeah. Need some kind of help. um, but let's see what your award predictions would be right now. A little bit of the season's underway, 20 some games. What are you thinking about like the awards right now currently? We did this earlier to start the season. Want to see what your thoughts on now if anything's changed.
Yeah, I had two preseason MVP guys. I think Donovan Mitchell and Luca were like my top two guys for MVP. I still think both of those are possible. Um, Especially Luca, he's playing outstanding with the Lakers and their excuse me currently second in the West, in the tough West. But right now, I think the MVP would have to go to SGA.
Okay.
They're on a historic pace. They're on pace to actually break the record, the Warriors record, 73-9 record. They're like 20 something and one right now, which is amazing.
Crazy.
So I would give him MVP right now. He's been leading that charge. Most improved, I would go. I have two guys in mind. Denny Avdia, who's averaging like career
You
highs across
called
the
it, bro.
board.
You said that earlier
I
on the
did call
podcast.
him. 20. He's 26, 7 and 6 right now, which is crazy for Denny Avdia, who 2 years ago the Wizards he averaged 13 and they gave up on him. I also have another guy in there named, a lot of people don't know this guy, but his name's Jalen Johnson. He was actually my most improved favorite pick last year, but he tore his shoulder. He was out for the season. But this year he's averaging career highs across the board, 23 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists this year. So he's a triple double machine right now, especially without Trae Young.
They're even saying that it could be his team and they would trade Trae Young. That's what people are talking about. I'm like, damn,
I mean,
he
why not?
playing that well?
Yeah. I mean, he he's playing that good, dude. He's getting everybody involved, averaging those 8 assists. He's the best rebounder. He's the best scorer. I hope when Trae Young comes back that he adds to the team and doesn't take away. So we'll see what that looks like.
And he shoots better from the field.
Um,
Yeah. My
yeah,
most,
he shoots great from the field and
yeah,
he guards too.
my two most improved player nominations that I would say Dylan Brooks, averaging 22 a game this season, stepping up his play, playing really well defensively. He's been a force and he's kind of helped elevate this team get to a high level. And probably Ryan Rollins for the season he's had to start this year being over exceeding expectations, being a pivotal player on that Bucks rotation. But yeah, go ahead.
Who's your MVP favorite?
I would say Cade for the season the Pistons are having, but he's like 13th in scoring right now. So his scoring numbers aren't that great. Shit, if the Sixers were doing anything, I would say Tyrese Maxey for how good he's been this year. But I'd probably go with Luca right now because I'm not the type of motherfucker that likes to give back-to-back MVPs out. So I would probably say Luca for the year he's had.
Yeah, it's when if the Thunder break the record or even get close to the record, they're
Yeah,
gonna just gift wrap it
you got to
to
give it to
SGA. Like
yeah.
you have to. Yeah. All right. So for my defensive player of the year right now, before the season I had Wemby. Um, Wemby is injury prone, it looks like, and I don't know if he'll play enough games. You have to get to that 65 game
Yeah, I
total.
don't
I
think
don't
he'll
know if
get
he's
that.
on pace to hit it or not. If he gets 65 games, I'll stick with Wemby, but if not, I'll probably go with Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley is super dominant, man. He steals the ball, he blocks the ball. It's hard to score on this guy. He rebounds the ball. He does everything that you can name defense. And I really think the Cavs will pick it up and get back to one of those top 2 or 3 seeds as the season goes on, and he'll be considered.
Yeah, so I'll say Mobley or Wemby too if he can make the max. Yeah, just the
Yeah.
Cavs. I think it's kind of been a down year for this team. They're like eighth in the East right now, but I think they'll get back up. Darius Garland's missed some time. They've dealt with some injuries. Lonzo Ball. Fixing the rotation with some of these guys. I think they'll get back up. So if they do, like you said, Evan Mobley will probably win that award. Rookie of the year. What about the white boy from Charlotte, man? He's hoofing, bro. 18 a game.
He's killing.
40%
He's
from
killing.
3, like, yeah, he's nice.
He's killing. I don't know if he'll win it. I think he'll be a top 2, top 3, for sure. Probably top 2 if I had to guess. No, I give him 3. The reason why I don't think he'll win is because I think Cooper Flag is starting to mold into who he's going to be.
Yes,
He's been
17.3 right now, points per game.
Yeah, he started off very slow, but the last like 3 weeks or so, he's been just dominant. Like his numbers over the last few weeks have been like 20, like 8 and something like that. Like he's been doing really well. I think he'll continue that trajectory. And I'll throw another guy at you, a guy named Derek Queen,
33
who
last
actually
night.
had a triple double yesterday as a rookie. In New Orleans Pelicans history, there's only been 2 other guys who've had triple doubles. That's Chris Paul and Darren Collison. Chris Paul actually did it twice his rookie year.
Darren
Um,
Collison, man. That's a no ball
yeah.
name.
But yeah, I think that Cooper Flag will win it. I think Knipple will be like second or third, and I think Derek Queen will be also second or third when the end of the season comes. I think BJ Edgecombe has went down,
It's
unfortunately.
tough, bro. I was high on him, bro. He's
Too
kind of
much over there.
yeah, too much over there for real. Clutch player of the year, I'd probably say SGA. I think he's gonna win that.
Yeah, I go SGA or maybe like maybe even Jalen Brunson. I don't. The reason why I don't know if SGA would win it is because I don't think they'll give the MVP and clutch player of the year to the same player.
That's true. Yeah.
I think they'll mix that up. So I would either lean towards like Brunson or maybe even like Donovan Mitchell to win that award.
Mhm. What about six man of the year? Who you got for that award? That might be tough.
It's a tough one right now, but right now I think my favorite would be AJ Mitchell,
He's been
from
great.
OKC. Yeah, I think he's averaging like 15. He's getting like 15 a game right now, off the bench. They battled a ton of injuries to start the season. Jalen Williams was out. Hardenstein has been out. Luke Dort has been in and out. Alex Cruz has been in and out. He's been one of the consistent guys in the lineup every night, producing for them.
Yeah. I'd say Jaime Jaquez, averaging like 15 off the
It's a good
bench.
one.
He's been playing well. So I think that's somebody that's, taking his game to the next level. He's been in every fucking trade talk for the Heat, but now he's
Yes.
finally finding his footing this year on providing great production off the bench. Coach of the year, I'm gonna go and name every award the Thunder they might take home if they keep winning. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say JJ Redick. He's had a great year this year, and
Okay.
I think he's done a great job with the Lakers. And if they maintain that second seed, I think he should be in consideration at the very least for it. Top
Yeah.
finalist.
I would love to see JJ Redick win it. And again, the Thunder on pace to break the record ruins everything. Mark will get Coach of the Year. SGA will get MVP. Like these guys will be rewarded
AJ Mitchell,
for
sixth man of the
them
year.
breaking.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. If they break the record, OKC's gonna get all the awards. Trust me.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough to see, but that's somebody I'm thinking right now. Top five players in the NBA. What are you thinking with this?
Jokic at one,
He's been dominant
yeah, at
this year.
two. Dominant dude, like 30, 12, and 11 or something like that. Maybe 29, but he's been killing. Jokic, SGA, give me Luca at three, Giannis at four. And at five, man,
Tough.
it's tough, but I would probably lean towards Donovan Mitchell right now.
30 points a
He's
game.
average, yeah, he's averaging career highs across the board. And it's not, to me, it's not all about scoring, it's about impact. Like you got guys like Michael Porter Jr., for example, averaging 26, 27 points a game, but what is the impact on winning?
Yeah, the
I
team
think
still
Donovan
cheats.
Mitchell really does have an impact on winning over there in Cleveland.
Yeah, he's helping this team. I mean, he really hasn't had much help. So he's the reason that this team's still in the playoffs, not, having a complete down year. So I
Exactly.
like that list. Um, it's hard because obviously if Wemby's, played a little more, he'd probably be in this.
Yeah.
He'd probably be five. I like Giannis, definitely dealing with that calf string right now. I'd probably take him over Luca. Might be crazy. Cause I think he's still up there. Maybe SGA too. I would take him over fully healthy, but I like the list. I like the breakdown. I'm gonna, make a graphic for that and put that out there. But what's your current NBA Finals prediction right now?
Now, my fan prediction as a fan of the game would be Lakers
Lakers.
versus Cavs. Lakers
Okay.
and Cavs. That would just be crazy. Like LeBron goes back to Cleveland. Like he's gonna get a chip over Cleveland. That'd just be a media frenzy. They would eat that up. But in reality, we know that OKC is the favorite. I think Oklahoma City versus Cleveland would be my finals prediction. I know that might sound crazy right now because the Cavs are only like seven or eight seed or something like that right now currently. Um, but I really think they'll turn it around and eventually get to the number one or two seed.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. They'll bounce back. They're too good. They're too well coached.
Garland just came back.
Yeah. So he's gonna get back into the speed of things. For me, it's just crazy. This is like it's not OKC. It's not the Cavs. Knicks, Rockets. But this is in the mindset of Giannis is going to one of these teams. I really like this Rockets
Oh,
team.
okay.
So I don't know which one, whether it's I think Giannis is going to go to either one of these two teams, but I think the Knicks, if they don't have Giannis, have the best shot to come out the East, in my opinion. That's the team I'm leaning with. I think Mike Brown's done a great job. They have more of a bench. Yabusele's been, playing bad this year, but I think he'll pick things up. Jordan Clarkson still giving them some production, more production than they had off the bench last year. And So I think the Knicks have the best shot to come out the East without Giannis. Rockets, that's where I think Giannis is gonna land. I think Giannis and Kevin Durant, that's what is needed to take down the Thunder. Those two guys.
That'll be crazy if he landed in any one of those spots, man.
That's
I'd be super happy to see him with the Knicks, not the Rockets, because I don't want him to compete with my Lakers right now. But
gonna be tough.
um, yeah, I'd be looking forward to seeing if that would ever happen. That'd be a crazy finals matchup.
But
If
I
the
think
Knicks make it, it'd be insane.
yeah, they're gonna lose their fucking mind. They're gonna act like they won the chip, just making it.
Yeah,
But I think the Thunder, their regular season success has been great. This is a dominant regular season team. Come playoff time, I think things are gonna get tougher. Matchups are gonna get tougher. They might, face a really tough Suns team that pushes them to 5 tough really games. So things could get tougher in this playoffs with how good the West is. The Warriors, they're gonna probably see the Lakers too, which think the Lakers could push them to at least 6 games. But so I'm hyped for the playoffs. I think the Rockets find a way to get Giannis, and I think Kevin Durant's playing at a high level. Şengün, Amen Thompson, this team is built. Ime Udoka, great defensive team. I think they could give the Thunder the toughest problems, and if they get Giannis, they could take down the Thunder, in my opinion.
I agree, man. If Giannis, wherever he lands, they're gonna be one of the favorites to win it all. So I'd be
Yeah.
curious to see if he even goes anywhere.
My final question for you before we wrap things up: Zion to the Bulls. There's interest for the Bulls to trading for Zion. What are your thoughts on that? Could this be the big
I
move?
mean, the Bulls, the last, 12, 15 years have been good at losing. So why not go get Zion and just continue that, in my opinion? Um, Zion has not played at all his entire career. I'd rather have a healthy body than nobody, if I'm a team. Now, if you could wave a magic wand and say, "Hey, Zion will not be injured. He'll play 70 games next year," then oh my gosh, why not do it? Anybody would take it. The Pelicans would keep him if that was the case. I just don't think he's the right piece for the Bulls, but it also would depend on who you're giving up.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen any rumors on who they would give up to get Zion? Because I think that matters as well.
The package, it can't be that crazy, especially with Zion being hurt right now. And I think the Pelicans, maybe you give up some draft capital, I think, which would you want to do that if you're the Bulls, especially with you being bad this year, with the next year's draft class?
If there's a way that you can give up like Voos and like one of your bench guys, like maybe even like a AO or something,
I would.
and a pick,
I like
I
Io,
would.
but yeah,
I
I would give him
You
up
like
for Zion.
IO?
I would give him up for Zion.
Yeah, for Zion, like, but I would try to hold on to Bazelis.
Kobe White.
Obviously, I wouldn't send Giddy anywhere. I would try to, if I'm gonna send off Kobe White, I want to get something back better than Zion. Because at the end of the day, at least Kobe White plays. I mean, Zion doesn't play, so it's like it's hard for you to send a young guy who's coming into his prime like Kobe White for a guy in Zion who we still have not seen him in his prime, but who knows if he ever will get there because of injury. So, um, I mean, I'd love it. I'd go watch games. I'd support, but
Yeah,
I,
I'd
I
get a
would buy my
jersey.
tickets last minute. I buy my tickets last minute. I'm not gonna buy my ticket a month in advance because I don't know if you're gonna be out there.
imagine getting, imagine getting like nice ass seats, and you get there and Zion has a
Zion
hamstring
ruled
injury.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm good, man.
that'd be
I'm
tough.
good.
But I think it would be a nice move to keep butts in the seats, keep intrigue on the team. But if you could keep Buzelis, Zion, Giddy, Kobe White, I think that's nice. But
Yeah.
I don't know. People have been saying they want to be like the Pacers. They want to have a Halliburton and a Pascal Siakam, but Pascal Siakam's very reliable. He's out there all the time.
Exactly. I mean, if you could give up maybe like even Patrick Williams as well, like
Yeah,
give up your experiment and take ship him off and bring in Zion. I'd be cool with that. I just wouldn't want to see like Buzelis go, who's young, get Giddy go. I wouldn't want to see any of those type of guys go.
yeah, it's tough. I wouldn't give up a 2026 draft pick, but maybe I give up some picks after that because 2026 draft
Like
class look
28 or
yeah.
something.
The draft
Yeah.
class for 2026 looks really good right now. So we'll see. It's interesting to see where this Bulls team is headed. They're really ass right now. They're losing to ass teams, but man, it's hard to be excited about anything. I think Zion could change that, but just a lot of unknown with him. What's your hot take of the week to finish things?
hot take of the week is my Lakers will win the cup, man.
Okay.
I think, and they
When
would have to go through OKC to do it.
when does the cup start?
Um,
Like, when is that?
the cup starts today.
Fuck.
The first game today is Miami and Orlando, and then it's New York versus the Raptors today. Tomorrow it's the Spurs and the Lakers, and then OKC and the Suns. So I think OKC wins. I think the Lakers wins, and Wemby might be back tomorrow as well. And then I think that the Lakers will beat OKC and get to the Cup championship, and I think they'll win it all. Shout out to Luca.
I fuck with that. So yeah, I'll try to clip that up and have that ready before the cup kicks off and shit. Um, but my bold prediction, I think. Well, let me see. Uh, I was gonna say, all right. So yeah, Giannis gets traded before the NBA trade deadline. I think things ramp up. Teams start calling. He gets traded either to the Knicks or to the Rockets. My two favorite destinations for him. And the package, I'm probably leaning more Rockets because they have the better package. But he just played his last game with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's my bold prediction or my hot take of the week.
Wow. You don't think he suits back up for the Bucks, huh?
Nope,
Wow.
he's
Okay.
done. He's done for him and Thanasis.
Yeah, wherever he go, Tanas is going to, for sure.
But that's all we got for the show today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to check out the YouTube channel, all the social medias, like and subscribe. Help us get to, we're at 1,100 right now, subs. So help us continue to grow. It's been like 10 every day. But yeah, stay updated with us for the best NBA, NFL content, even some college football content. I had Jacob and Bryce on the other day, and Jacob talking about, I don't ever want to come on the podcast no more because he was saying a bunch of some barnacle. He was on here. I guess all his predictions came wrong and shit. He was glazing Ohio State and they lost. So yeah, it was funny. But that's all we got for the show. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out Chi-Town Blitz as well. As always, peace.
Peace.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.